Hello gamers, what's up boys? Since we've been in a tier 9 mood recently on YouTube, we will continue this, and this time on the big old mighty T30. Now, let's get into it straight. First map, Cliff, tier 8, tier 9, good MM. Not just a great map though, because of the fact that Cliff, and nowadays meta is just kind of rough, because key hunts map guides and people sitting in the base, which means the middle is like basically unplayable. Anyways, we will be taking our T30 towards the middle, and the reason there why is, but Naki, it's a triangle. Triangles is supposed to snipe. I'm gonna be honest with you, this is bullcrap. A T30 is more of a heavy tank than it is a TD. Of course, it doesn't have any hull armor, but it has a turret. Doesn't have any reverse speed either, but this is kind of fixed by putting a turbo on it. You do not play this tank as a triangle. If you play this tank as a triangle, you're most likely going to have bad results in it because of the fact that it doesn't have the gun to really snipe with. Like, with this gun, sniping is just not one of the things that it does well or will really ever do well. It's just not that kind of tank. You have to play different positions with this than you would with your average TD, and once you do this, I think that the T30 will perform a lot better for you. Actually, so we're gonna be peeking next to the rock here in the first bush, trying to see if we can excuse me, get a good shot of first damage here on one of their heavies. The M103 will be in the open here. This little lever, go for the gun, don't hit it. This little rubble pile was in the way to really be able to line up my shot properly, but it's okay. It's okay. We got the level on the second one. No worries. This is gonna be our second one here. We gotta be careful, man. If you peek too much, we get shot by their triangles on the far back. Leva is the same as any German tank, really. The sides are weak. The gun ring is also shootable, I think, on the Leva, but less than on other German heavies. But still, a possibility if I do get to hit it. But seeing as he's no longer peeking, and my TNH is making this, well, let's call it a crazy peak. Maybe I can peek between this here and just pick up the lever. No, even with my noob gold ammo spam, I'm not able to connect the lever. I gotta be really careful here. This is super risky what I'm doing. Of course, there's a PTA in the base. This is what we talked about, those base positions. I'm gonna cross over towards 1-2 now. This is not really the state that we'd hoped for whatsoever, but it is recoverable. Let's put it that way. I could punish the Triforteur quite heavily here when he re-peaks this on towards my Triforteur. I don't think I'm spotted yet either, so that'll help. There we go, big shot on the Triforteur, 722, because of that big old meaty 750 alpha gun. That is good, that is needed. I'm now going to try and find the secondary Triforteur, who is also somewhere here. So we find the first Triforteur again, we pick him up. Now we're reloading for 10 more seconds. The Kravlasky on the lower side, and there's the other Triforteur actually. Still have 5 seconds of reload though. He's gonna peek my Triforteur now, because my Triforteur is low HP. We're gonna pick him up. That puts up 1.5k damage. You can see it with the 750 alpha gun. It is starting to rack up damage rather quickly. And if you're wondering why we cross first 1-2 there, it's because their tanks from the middle were pushed so far back that they are no longer a threat to me or whatsoever. And I'm able to do that pretty effectively. I'd like to pick up the Barask first, if possible. Of course, if not possible, we'll live with it. The issue being that if we don't pick up the Barask, we have the fact that he gives us 700 to the face. Just gonna be holding the angle. I know there's a KV4 Kravlasky. Okay, that's good. My other teammate picked him up. We cross towards the rock here. Gotta be careful from their balcony. We use the rock here as cover against K5, because we don't want to get tapped by that. We wait for our AMX to push in actually, because we want him to take a shot of damage. There already shoots, he misses. Our AMX is now peeking. I am peeking too. That's actually looking this way. That's unfortunate. We'll give him a big 843 though. So now we have 2.5k already, and you can see how quickly he can recover with this massive alpha gun. It only takes a few shells to have a decent game. And that's the strength of having this 750 alpha It would be really nice if this guy could just push in and kill him, because I could start peeking the middle then. If he doesn't do that, it's a bit harder, but luckily enough my try for tour picks him up. So I'll be happy with this one. Now, you see the T69 cross here, I could shoot this. Of course I have gun depression. Gonna have to snap it a little bit though, but there we go. 830 to the face, and this is the joy of playing T30 aggressive. It's you're taking a 750 alpha gun with a turret towards the front, and it rewards you when you do that. And that is just the thing I don't see a lot of people do on their TDs, like in general even. They play their TDs as if they were all sniping triangles, and to be honest, it doesn't really make sense if you think about it. Because like the Mino, for example, is also not a TD that you would use to snipe. So why would you snipe in the T30? Neither of those are really tanks that are good at sniping or should be played in sniping. And I know that it's pretty hard to play this tank aggressively properly because it does have that low reverse speed, but that is fixed quite a bit by the usage of turbo on your tank. There's an S103 that died there. I might want to go peek the Skoda though. It looks like the M103 and 5120 both left in the middle. So for once I'm going to go peek the lower side. Usually I wouldn't do this. Because I don't feel it rewards too much. But since I have the back there and some cover from support from the back, I do find their Conway. He gives me a big one. I give him a big one, 839 to the face. That, however, makes me a one-shot though. But I have 4k, so, you know, I've had a good game. I'm happy with this battle as well. I can outspot the Conway if he tries to do something. And I would just like to get a shot here against the Skoda. We could probably side scrape this. Yeah, I will die for this though. I mean, I should die for this. 792 to the face. The Conway is now peeking. I'm dead. Ooh, big bounce. That's lucky. That's very lucky, actually. 8 seconds left now. If I can get around the corner to dodge the AMX, that would be awesome. So I can do one more big shell here, which I'm going to go peek for right now, actually. There we go. 741. 6k out of this game. I mean, the start we had was really bad, but the recovery here, more than good. And just really showing the fact that if you don't use your 750 alpha TD like this, if you don't use it as a sniper, which again, it is not a sniper, it is a heavy, it used to be a heavy. When you play this like a pure triangle, you have bad results in this because guess what? It's more of a heavy than it is a TD. And the moment you realize this, the moment you start using this, it becomes a lot better. Looking if I can get one more. No, we cannot, but we got a really good game out of this. I mean, 5.9, nearly 6k, some assists, some blocking as well. And our start was not even that good. Like, missing the initial shots, could have really picked up at least one, maybe on the lever, maybe one on the M103. Our aim was a bit better, so yeah. In terms of ammo, the AP is 276 pen, which is still very, very good. 320 on the APCR, so the difference between the two, not that big. And then, of course, you have the big meaty HE shells with 950 and 90, which you can use if you want to against lightly armored tanks. It's always very nice. Although the alpha increase is not as high as with the tier 10, it is still, you know, possible to slap big. And yeah, I love this tank when it's played correctly. Again, I think the main issue here for most people that play their TDs is knowing when to play your TD more aggressive and when to actually use it as a TD, which is kind of what today's video is about. When do I use my tank as a sniper? When do I use my tank as a brawler? In terms of equipment, I only really use one setup on this because I think it's the best. I don't have a second one that's improved aiming, turbo, and rammer. I think it's just the best. It's one of those tanks where I don't use HP on because it needs the turbo for the reverse speed, and improved aiming is just nice for the circle, right? Then in terms of field mods, I actually don't have any field mods selected on this thing. Well, on TDs it's plus 30% suspension durability because it's like a hardening specifications. And then we take the extra aiming circle size. Here we take the extra view range because, like I said, T30 if you look at your camo after shooting, it doesn't change anything, so it doesn't matter. And then here on the last one, we take the +2 reverse speed, because the T30 is a tank that reverses really, really slowly. So you want to... I already use a turbo. So on top of that, with this field mod, it really does add a lot in terms of reverse speed, because it's one of its main downsides, right? Of course, the tier 7 hull, I think it's the tier 7 hull, is a bigger one, but the reverse speed is the secondary one. No, so we got Ghost Town Assault, which is pretty good for us. Again, tier 8, tier 9. Their tanks here, double PTA as their top tier is Waffenträger. Not tanks I'm really gonna have to fight, so I'm gonna have to fight 257, E75, and AMX. AMX 257, not hard to fight for me because of my gun. If you E75, a bit harder if he plays it correctly, because you can side trip against me. He has a big alpha gun as well. He's the one that I need to watch out the most for. When we're driving towards our position, we almost always play here. If you play over here, the best way is to come like this, actually, so you don't get shot by this. If you play over here, the best way is to go through the north, so you don't get shot by this crossing either. I still see very many people cross straight through the open like this, or straight through the open like this, which is perfect for me because I punish you for it. So if you see me in the battle, you still continue doing that, but in general, you want to take the safe roads here, which are plenty and available to you to use at any given moment in time. So let's just go through the left here with our E75 and Renegade. There's an EBR 90 there pushing up. I don't think I have a good shot on this. I will stand and aim though in case I do get a shot on this. Bad aim and shit RNG. Both. It is a combination of the two there. Of bad aim and shit RNG. So we get into position though, and you can see there's a Renegade there in the position that I told you about trying to punish. He doesn't feel like peeking longer though. Be careful to get peeked from the left. I do have a pixel there that I could pen. It's not really one that I want to shoot for though. CCRNG. Literal CCRNG. I mean, I didn't want to shoot for it, but I still did, and I hit it. Yeah, what can I say? CCRNG ways. CCRNG. Now our E75 is pushing up. I would like to cross over actually towards this part here, because I feel like it's just a superior part to play from. The I6 is backing off, but he doesn't know that I'm here. Hello, 739 to the face. Because I got the crossover, and he saw the E75 back off, so he started backing off by himself. Makes a bit, there's a good logic there for why he did it. It's just unfortunate that it ended up backfiring for him. So now I want to slowly peek out and shoot the AMX in the lower plate. It's just not telling me that I can pen it. I can pen his upper plate though. On this I gotta be careful. Big pen on his lower plate there. Good stuff, good stuff. The 257 fires, I want to go behind this. It's a good position for me. So I think one of them fired. I did not want to be the one to take the shots. I shoot under 30. Another big one, 804 to him. We can side trip over this part here. I really wanted to go behind this though, which I wasn't able to do, which is a bit of a shame. You gotta be careful though, because we are not like hard winning this game whatsoever. Maybe I could peek the 30 though with relative ease. Wasn't really such a good shot. The AMX is still looking. Let's try and side scrape the AMX. There's an EBR 90 shooting us. 57. He's of course gonna pen this, but he doesn't shoot us. That's fine. Back off now to not get framed by the EBR 90. Gotta keep track of the E75 and CS in our background. I think it's my time to cross over. I'm just gonna tap somebody on the crossing here. The ISU. Boom. Big shot. Yeah, the guy, I thought it was more space that there wasn't. But I already have a good game. I have 4.6. I barely did anything. I just shot some people in the face. PTA should be shootable, I think. Yeah, he is. If he goes back, which I figure he will. Unless he keeps going, which then means he's shootable through this gap here. Not sure what my man the PTA is doing. He's now falling back. He's going forward again. Okay. He stopped going forward. There we go. 755 to the face. Good pen. We take it. It's all good. I kind of want to get in the gap now before the 257 reloads, because I can do some big slapping from here. I don't really care about the 257, which is the damage for in me talking. But I can slap this guy here on the side. Just aim fully. Italian TDs, by the way. What a beautiful tank. Full ricochet of an Italian TD. Oh yeah, okay. I mean, it happens, I guess. I mean, it shouldn't against the T30, but you know what? That's fine. Trying to spot the PTA. Not achieving my goal. A bit of a shame. I'm being a bit passive here in terms of like decision making. Could peek D75 in the meantime, which I'm gonna do now. 831 to that one. I see the Bear 90 behind me, so I'm just gonna sit in the gap here. We're also gonna cap in 5 seconds. I don't reload before the PTA though. You gotta be careful for that. 3. I just want one more shot, that's all I want. Okay, I want one more shot after this. So I do a big shot there onto the PTA. I have 7k damage now. EBR 9 is coming in. I leave the cap to reset the timer. The PTA dies, which means that I can now freely peek D75 if I'm fast enough for it. I hit a building. One more shot, one more shot, one more shot. Give me the 7k. Give it to me. No! That's unfortunate. Oh well. There's not a PTA on spotted though. But yeah, don't think I'll be getting more. I'm in a good game though. Again, I'm just a bully in this. I have 750 alpha. They don't. I outtrade them. And they are very sad as a result of this. And I am very happy. So, I mean, it's just a question if this PTA is going to sit up there or not. Which I don't think he will. He is not. He drove down 1-2 line. This is unfortunate. But what can we do about it? So we're gonna cap. It's okay. I mean, we could have gotten slightly more in this, but 7k and a T30, it's always fine. 6k into 7k, already looking like a good session at this point. So let's not complain about what we got and be happy with it. Yeah, there's a few iffy moments there in this battle, but overall, with the T30, it also depends on how the gun behaves. You know, you could shoot all of these shells 10 times, and 4 out of 10, the T30 gun will be like, nah, man, I don't feel like it, because it is a bit of the big old derpy in that regard. But when it does perform, like here, it does perform 11, 10, 9. It is great, and that's the joy of this playing this tank. More aggressive. I mean, I'm not saying playing as aggressive as me, but at least the second level support at the very least would be benefit for, I think, most T30 players. I'm actually bottom tier here in this one on Lakeville. Normally I would go Valley, but since it's Encounter, I think I'll go City to do some big damage. This could go really badly wrong. The last few times when I went City on Encounter have been horrible, to the point where I was just by myself basically, and there was like 7 tanks at A7, some in the middle and the rest in the Valley. Oh well. You know what, we've already had 2 games, so we may as well try something. Let's not go Valley. I mean, let's see how many tanks decide to go where though, and it will give us an indicator. We have a very heavy city team, which is a good thing for us. A very, very heavy city team. When you play an encounter, you still don't cross like this. You always cross slightly further to the back. I mean, in this it's not as important because they don't have a light or a really fast medium that could spot you. But better safe than sorry. Crossing straight is more often than not a mistake. Even in an encounter, they can still punish you. So you drive through this lane here to take the church. When you play the church, you gotta be careful from the bushes here, mainly their base that can shoot you. Those angles can lay down the law on you. That's what you need to be most careful of when you're playing this. So like when you play on the screener, the bushes, the base, they both have shots on you. So respect that possibility, and you will be having a great time. And it gets spotted. I'm crossing over here, and since I got spotted, I'm going to be a bit careful from their base. There's Centurion Action X there. I have an E75 pushing up, which I can punish as well because he's a bit too far by himself. There we go, minus E75. Gotta be careful now from the 0 line peak. The Centurion, there's a gap here as well that you might be able to shoot him from. I did not expect this man to be peeking this. I thought that he would be countered. Apparently not. Apparently not. I can make 1 peek on this myself for the 60 TP. 851 to the face, very good, very nice. My person that was countering zero line has left the position. It was the T10 that was actually countering this. We do have a Forge still watching it though. But yeah. Forge is gaming though. Jesus. Forge really doing the big trick there. Standard B. Comes in. Goes down. Gets deleted. Deleted. No, I can still do the same thing to the 60p, but of course he needs to be reloading because he's looking at the angle. He's aware. He wants to punish me. Yeah, I already gave him one. To give him a second, I would need him to shoot. And maybe on the 75A. Seems to be just... Like I said, I could have maybe shot the Centurion. 60p backing off though. That's interesting. Don't know why. Just... Oh, really thought that one was going to pen. Ending up a little bit disappointed here. Actually, I was thinking about pushing up, but I feel like I can. Make shot against the I7. Now one reload. 3k damage already. They're peeking out to stop the cap and kill the people on the cap. Which is fine, again. We don't really care either way. The MX-M4 might peek though. It's shoulder blade for this one when he peeks like this. I would think. I want to make a peek, but I'm not sure which one. Oh, he's gonna peek himself in bad position right now. Look at the big pen on him though. Luckily enough for me, he finishes the T10 and not me. It goes down to a one shot. We're up 4k. Their team is getting absolutely... I don't know what to call it. Owned. Like they're getting absolutely owned. Fully. The 60p still has HP though. Oh, that was a good shot. That was a good shot. But he might try to peek me now. Yeah, but it's a bit of a risky shot as well. But at the same time, I have a slight hold on here. I don't think his angle on me was that good at 4 seconds now. I also still have a Fush covering me. So there goes the 60p. Oh, let's call it donation. Look, yes, very large cupolas. Mr. Fush, that was mine. Now the standard B is kind of my target. This guy will go to zero line. I cannot peek against this. I have 7 seconds left. 5. I peek the standard B in this lane. Maybe for the boys even I'll do it with H3. We have intuition. 3, 2. 995. I think all of you enjoyed that. I hope so, at least. I enjoyed it. Too bad we're camping now. 3, 2, 1. I do get another shot though if I decide to peek for it. There we go, 800. That makes another 6k, and that's a dank T30 session, boys. So what can I say? That's just gaming, actual gaming. Those are my 3 battles done. I think you can predict what the session DPG is going to be for the T30. 3 really good games, just good to play. Also 3 wins, good maps. Played good positions, made good reactions. Overall good, I would say. Just yeah, big game. We only bounced 1 shot, yeah, and missed 1 as well. And as a result, 3 games on the T30, 6.3 average. And I think this just really highlights what you can do with a T30 when you don't play it like your average triangle, but decide to play it more like it is supposed to be played as a heavy tank. And I hope this video made you a little bit more aware of the decision making and the thought process that I go through in the battle itself. If you enjoyed it, let me know. If you want to see a specific tank, let me know. I do read the comments, believe it or not. And I'll see you guys all in the very next video. Thank you for watching. Peace.